So we're going to dwell on how to choose the right spouse. I don't want to read from 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 16 from verse 6 to 7. The Bible says, so it was that when they came, that he looked at Eliab and said, surely, everybody say surely. You know what surely means? I have no doubt. Let's go home. This is concluded. I mean, why look for anyone else? Surely, this man of God said, I am sure. Guess what? He didn't ask any questions. He didn't interview him. He just looked at him, saw his broad chest, saw his height, and said, surely. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make. Making sweeping conclusions just by appearance. And so there are three quick things I want to draw from this. Number one, anointed people can also choose wrong. Never forget the context. The person who is talking here is the prophet of God. He's anointed. In fact, he started in the spirit and he was about to wind up in the flesh, but for the voice of God. It was the voice of God that led him there. But when he saw the heights, the broad chest, he got carried away. And the reason I'm dwelling on this is because a lot of church people make this mistake. It's a problem. I mean, you keep yourself for the right person. You keep coming to church, developing your mind, developing your spirit, only to wind up with nonsense. You keep your body, you are celibate throughout your single days, then you wind up with someone who will be jumping about, sleeping with anything and anyone. And sometimes I wonder, why do all this for that? You know, can I open up to you? I don't like February. I don't like teaching on relationship. I only do it because I need to. Because some of you will still not hear what. That's why. You know, like I would always tell you, laugh but learn. A lot of anointed people can also make errors, sweeping conclusions just from physical appearance, and trivial and fickle things. Trivial and fickle things. And for those who allow pastors to choose for them, realize that in this context, the man of God was anointed too, and he made a mistake. You can make a mistake because of physical appearance. So that's number one. I want to move on quickly because of time. Number two, social standards can cloud your judgments. You may not find this apparent when you read the story, but listen, when you understand the context from the beginning, you will know why Samuel made that error. He made that error because the previous king, in fact, the current king, was head and shoulders above everyone. He was tall. And so he had the psychological impression, that mental model, this is how a king should look. Come on, are you listening to me? Listen, this is important, as simple as this is. And I say respectfully, especially for the ladies. Are you aware you can be in a happy relationship and then you go out and societal pressure will make you lose your peace? You will start demanding for some strange things. The man will be wondering, what is going on? If I'm honest with you, I've fallen for that before. You know, oh my God. Something very small, you know, the beginning of our marriage. You know, of course, then we had to do chores and all of that. And one of the few things I used to do in the house is to dry our clothes. So I would dry my clothes, dry my wife's clothes. She washed all the clothes, so I'm to dry. And then a few weeks after, I was talking to our neighbor, and one thing led to another. He just said, you know what, there are many things he can do, but one thing he cannot do is dry his wife's clothes. That he feels demeaning. You know, he feels it's demeaning. In my mind, I said, it's true. True life story. I said, it's true. Meanwhile, this guy goes to the market, oh, I don't go. True life story. So the next time it was time to dry clothes, I said, no, I can't be. Why will I be drying your clothes? I cannot be drying. You know, some of you are so judgmental. Why will pastor do that? Just learn. I learned too, right? Women make this error a lot. You know, just as it was in the beginning. Eve passed the tree every day. No desire to eat. When the serpent came, her view of the tree changed. The Bible says she saw the tree as one desirous to make one wise. Her perception changed even before she tasted it. Beware of societal pressure. Beware of the things that people will just say in passing. When the Bible warns you, evil association corrupts good manners. Don't take it lightly. When all your friends say, my husband must buy me a car, my husband must do this, your own realities are different. Your own context is different. You import those external voices. You start trying to mold your husband into someone else. Subconsciously, he doesn't know, but you're trying to make him your boss in the office. You're trying to make him like one powerful father figure in your house. Beware of that. And so even the anointed Samuel wanted another Saul. He wanted the height. He wanted the chest. No interview. Listen, you are there to anoint a king, You didn't ask him, have you fought a battle before? You didn't ask him any question about emotional stability, spiritual stability, nothing, just by broad chest. Surely. He said, surely. Which leads me to the next point that crystallizes what we're about to address. Beware of what is called the halo effect. Halo. Beware of the halo effect. Like I said, Samuel wanted a king. No interview was conducted. No questions asked. Just chest. Surely. No questions asked. He didn't even ask God. Surely. The halo effect is a psychological term. It was popularized in the year 1920. There was a social experiment carried out amongst military officials, the senior military officials. They lined up the younger officials and asked the senior officials to rank them based on physique, intelligence, and leadership, and I think character also. But there was one condition: don't ask them any question. Just score them. Rate them. And the results were very insightful. They discovered that subconsciously, the people who were physically attractive were also rated as intelligent. The people who were physically attractive were also rated as having good character. He's very kind. How do you know? I see his eyebrow. I mean, what kind of man is this? He must be kind, right? You all enable me. Stop it. Listen, this is a real life problem. Making sweeping conclusions from one character trait, just one strong attribute, you conclude across board. You don't realize how often this happens. When you see someone sing so beautifully and maybe play an instrument, he's singing, we were just kids when we fell. You just say, he's a good husband. You conclude instantly. Beware. Don't just laugh, be cautious. Because whether you like it or not, we all have the tendency to make sweeping conclusions. It's a cognitive bias to make overall conclusions based on just one character trait. Like I said, even a man of God was about to fall for that. But for the voice of God, he would have anointed the wrong person because of chest. If I say this next one, you would think it's personal, it's your business. You know, some ladies, once they see beard, you would think it's personal. I don't know why this is because once they don't see beard, they don't. Anything you take in that relationship, you have to bear with it. Yes. If you like, say it's personal. It's just an opinion. Anything you see, you bear with it.